That is ridiculous.
I saw a joke. It was like instead of first world problems, it was Scottish farmer problems. It was like a picture of this Scottish dude in a field with a bunch of sheep, and like the caption on the photo just said, "My girlfriend asked me how many sexual partners I had. I started counting, but I fell asleep." That's a good one. Apparently, according to science, according to Science HQ, I'm bringing it back.
Oh God!
Apparently, a sheep vagina feels almost identical to a human vagina. So it makes you wonder how many other animal vaginas feel like that.
I don't want to know.
I mean, probably dolphins. I imagine dolphins are pretty.
Dolphins are the horniest animals on Earth.
Yeah, they are.
Probably.
Oh, geez, all they do is play around their whole lives.
I'm
just gonna go on record now and say that dolphins, their whole life is just one big act of foreplay.
Probably so. I think that would be true.
Probably.
Keep talking. I'm trying to find something I found a couple days ago.
All right. Well, I guess I could take us to the news article of the week. Oh, it looks like I actually got another question. Let me pull that up really quickly. No, it was just somebody saying, "Okay, will do." They texted me. Don't you guys know you're not supposed to text me during a podcast?
You responded to him during the podcast.
That's true. I did respond to him. Hey, if you're not gonna help me out here. All right,
Nope.
I'm gonna bring us to our news article of the week, guys. I saved the week as if we did this regularly. The 10 worst things to say during a breakup. The modern versions of, quote, "I'm afraid of commitment," unquote, and, quote, "It's not you, it's me," unquote. Let's see. Number 1. I've heard this one before.
I found it. I'll give it time, but I found it.
Yeah, let me read 5 of these, then we'll go to yours and come back. Okay.
This is really long, so just read all of it.
Should I go back? Maybe I should start at number 10. Do you think I should start at number 10 at the bottom?
Is 10 really funny, or is it just not as funny?
No. So I think number 10 is probably
Start with the least funny and build up.
I don't think any of them are funny.
Start with the least dramatic and build up.
Okay, then
start with number 10.
I'm going to start at number 10, count down to 1. All right, number 10.
Generally what a top 10 countdown is, but...
Worst, yeah, but they
Dude,
did
you
it
got
wrong.
crow's feet.
Do I? No, I don't.
I'm just kidding.
Who am I, Matt Smith? All right,
Eminem has crow's feet now. He's 40, though, so not surprised.
top 10 worst things to say during breaking up. Number 10, nothing. Also referred to as ghosting. Ghosting or completely disappearing on someone you've been dating for any length of time over a week is completely gross.
Gross. Ew.
Is this written by a 16-year-old girl?
It's probably written by a 12-year-old girl who's never had a boyfriend.
Completely gross and totally indefensible. Yeah, this is a 16-year-old girl. It's thoughtless, lazy, and cruel. And don't let your self-excusing lizard brain tell you otherwise. Holy crap, who wrote this? This is amazing.
No. It's definitely a kid, because if they were older, they would have said reptilian brain.
You know what is the easiest thing to do in the entire world? Texting someone. It has literally never been easier to break up with someone in 5 seconds. If you can't bring your sad self to do, caps lock, anything, uncaps lock, else, say something, anything on this list is better than nothing. So you hear that, guys? If you break up with somebody, don't say nothing. Because apparently that's a bad word to say. Don't say the word nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
you didn't tell me something? Nothing.
You bastard. Okay, number
bitch.
number 9. Oh, this one's stupid. I just wish we'd met a few years from now.
I say that all the time to Rebecca, because it's true. I wish, and this isn't like breaking up, so I guess it's different, but I really wish I could have met her when we were 28 or 27 or whatever, because then I would have had my life planned out. I would have gone out sailing. I would have adventured around the world. I would have been home, and I would be ready to be settled. I wouldn't have this wanderlust building up inside.
I've got to find out who the author of this article is, because I love this person. All right, I wish we'd met a few years from now. And we wish teleportation were real, and that it was eating brownies and not celery that burned more calories than those ingested, and that Lance Bass had been allowed to go to space. But what would the world be like if any of those things were true? We will never know, just like we don't know what it means to wish we'd met a few years from now. Why are you so convinced you'll have your shit together by then? That seems very optimistic. I love this person. I take everything I back a second ago. This is the best author I've ever read.
So it was a very good thing to read from the bottom and up.
Yep, I'm loving it. All right.
'Cause it goes from a hatred to a...
Oh, I've heard this one. This one sucks. I've said this one too. Number 8. I still care about you.
Yeah, that's sketch.
I almost read it.
That's pretty buttery. That's still buttery, man.
Yeah.
If you watched my Q&A, you know what that means.
Yeah, I remember buttery.
Apparently I got swerved completely wrong.
This one very much depends, of course.
Thanks, Victor.
But saying too many nice or seemingly romantic things during a breakup can be confusing. Compliments
Like-
don't soften the blow, they twist the knife. If you extol the other person's virtues for too long and too much depth,
Death. That's how it feels.
they're bound to wonder why then you don't want to be together. It's
Exactly.
obviously okay to hope you can make peace with an ex, but don't throw out the I still care about you line just because you think it'll make a breakup easier to swallow.
Sophomore year, Caitlin broke up with
Oh, is that what she
For
said?
Chuck.
Oh,
She
for
said-
Chuck even.
me. For Chuck.
For
and then
Chuck
Chuck gave her a
even.
promise ring and dumped her the next day. What a bro. Anyways, so...
And then like you broke
When
this.
we-
Didn't you get like bump your fist after you did
Yeah,
that?
later on.
That was pretty
Anyway, she told me that she still cares about me and she still has feelings for me, but she never loved me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you mean to tell me that the past, 6 months were just, nothing and a lie? And then she's all like, blah, 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 who the fuck cares? And then we were walking home together, and I was just like, whatever, I'll just walk with you a little bit because we went the same way.
Yeah.
And she starts holding my hand.
What the?
After she had just broken up with me, I just let go and I walked away. And I looked back for a second before I completely left. I looked back at her and I just said something to the effect of, I really wish we could still be friends, but I don't see how that's ever going to be a possibility now.
Whoa.
And then I just turned around and kept going. I wish I wouldn't have looked back. I wish I would have just stopped, didn't look back, and just said it, and then just kept going. That would have been so much more badass.
Yeah, it would look badass.
All
and
right,
then,
from now on, that's what happened.
with your back turned, text appears at the bottom of the screen because that's the only way she would know what you said. This isn't a video game, Marshall. You
How
can't
about-
just not turn
No,
your
no, no, how
back
about-
and she hears you.
That's what I was thinking at the time. It was I had to do it.
You're like,
anyways,
I have to turn back because.
anyways,
she's
it's
gonna hear it.
after I do it, suddenly you just see my hands just fly up in the air, and I'm like, yeah!
That would have been pretty.
And
Funny.
I just fly off into the sunset.
I must go. My planet needs me.
No, it was a shitty time.
All right, thanks for trying to sober up the mood. This is supposed to be a funny podcast.
No, it was funny. I mean,
Not that we do a very good job of that either.
yeah.
Okay,
That
number
was
7.
cheap laughter, and it will not be tolerated.
Number 7. I'm just bad at this stuff. This is one of
That's what my first time said to me.
your first time dating, or okay, that better not have been the one that happened in my backyard.
That was the one that happened in your hot tub.
I hate you so much.
Yep.
You're the worst.
Yep.
You know I wanted. You
Yep.
know I liked her.
Yep.
That was my hot tub.
Yep.
You're the worst.
She threw herself on me.
I know, and that makes it even worse.
What was I supposed to do? Say no?
I still give her crap
I was a
about
horny
it.
17-year-old child.
Child. I'm glad
I
you
was a
acknowledged
man
that.
child.
You're a man child. What are you now, a child man?
Yeah.
You're not much better.
My name is Child Man. My superpowers include coloring within the lines.
Childmon, Digivolve.
Into Mon Child.
I'm just bad at this stuff. This is one of many self-pitying breakup cliches that sound like admission of personal failure, but aren't. A close cousin of "I'm so fucked up right now" or "I'm just bad at this stuff" romanticizes flaws like inability to communicate, manage one's time, and treat other people with respect. It's one thing to realize you've got some things you want to work on alone, but it's another to use that recognition as a free pass to flail around helplessly. Being bad at stuff isn't just about the person who says it. It also affects the person who has to deal with it. That's all very true. It's all very true. All right, number 6. This one's the worst. You want to hear this, Marshall?
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, don't keep me on my seat waiting.
I'm just really busy right now. Okay.
That just happened.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's.
Oh,
okay.
we've been going steady for
No,
a few months, but I'm really busy.
Let
I'm
me
swamped.
Let me take this one. Okay, listen to me. I was
What else?
I was in school this semester with 17 credit hours. I have 3 part-time jobs that get me about 45 hours a week. And then there's still study time and sleepy time and meal time. Kara, do I make time for you?
You certainly do.
She's just
See?
like, no. Like, oh! I would have laughed
Okay,
so hard.
you are
Like,
not too
ooh!
busy. I am too busy, and I still manage to make time. So, whoever uses that line, you're the worst kind of person. Did you just pull out a picture of Mitchell Probst?
I did.
Shout out to Mitchell Probst. You look like a bum in this picture. And in real
Bum in
life.
every picture.
In real life. Fun fact. All right, let me read
He
this.
doesn't even say
I
it.
haven't even read this part of the article yet, just the title. I'm just really busy right now. Nobody who has ever genuinely interested in someone and in carrying out a relationship with that person lost interest because he or she had too many meetings that week. I'm too busy is an often aggravating, self-important way of expressing something that isn't wrong or illegitimate to feel. If you'd rather not spend any of your free time with someone, that's okay and good to know. But that's about the person, not about the other obligations. Also, literally everyone thinks they're really busy right now.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I'm sitting here doing the podcast, browsing Facebook, like, man, I'm really busy.
This is one that Marshall has heard many a time, and I've never heard in my life.
I was like, busy? Not really.
No, this next one.
People make time for me.
I don't deserve you.
Wow, that sucks.
This one is so sneakily manipulative because it seems like it's about how you, as the person being dropped, are an untouchable god among men.
Well,
Which-
I mean...
Which maybe you are. It says in parentheses. Maybe you
Wow,
are.
yeah.
But in reality, it's about how the other person is working through a martyr complex. It
Yeah.
might even lead to the most absurd of scenarios in which the dumpee actually confronts the dumper.
Comforts.
Comforts? Oh, shoot. I need to change my context. It's a good thing we have Kara here. She's editing my mouth.
Someone needs to.
We would never condemn
Filter on
insecurity,
that.
but if
So
a
true.
person is truly interested in pursuing a relationship with someone who intimidates them, they'll just do what everyone else does, i.e., lie about how smart, /funny, /interesting they are until they reach a level of comfort at which they can drop it.
Yep. Sounds like every relationship ever.
Oh, we already brushed up on this one before. It's coming back. I'm just so fucked up right now.
Yeah, like, man, I'm so wasted. I'm so fucked up right now, I gotta dump you.
Ha 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 ha, okay, 1 second, because our eyes will literally never stop rolling. Sure, maybe it's
Whoa,
true.
that was
Maybe this
weird.
person is so fucked up. But first of all, who isn't? And second of all, maybe stop? So fucked up isn't a fixed trait, or even, if we're being honest, actually a trait at all. It's like the person who says, I know I'm late all the time, but that's just me. An acknowledgement isn't the end of the conversation. Being late all the time is rude. The statement means nothing. Stop doing it.
That's very true. It's ridiculous.
Wait. Is that character's name Mr. Masochism?
That's the guy who made the Pixelmon mod, shout out. His name is Mr. Masochism.
Awesome.
Because he loves tormenting himself coding this shit all the time.
That's fair.
I bet that's why.
It does seem
He
fair.
might actually be a masochist. I really don't know.
In which case, our prayers go out to him. I hope
More
you
power
guys-
to you.
If you guys,
Jared's an emotional masochist.
that's
Fun fact.
that's definitely true. That is absolutely true. If you guys like Minecraft and you love Pokemon, then definitely check out Pixelmon because it's probably the best Pokemon mod made for Minecraft so far.
Well, the Pokemon itself, it's pretty shit at everything else.
Yeah, everything. But the graphics for the Pokemon are great. The Pokemon themselves aren't all blocky like everything else in Minecraft.
I want to
Which
try
I mean,
to find...
which is part of Minecraft's charm. But when you have Pokemon in it, you don't want them to look like pieces of shit. You know what I mean?
I want to find some that go with it that are like the Pokemart and cities.
That
and
would be
things
cool.
Like
That would be really
rather
cool.
than just like random ass ones.
All right, number 3. I'm not looking for a relationship.
Well, then why the fuck are you in one, you dumb bitch?
On its own, this is a completely valid
Sorry.
statement. Not everyone is looking for a relationship. And sometimes people who are both looking for relationships are actually looking for different ones. Different strokes, Yeah, I remember that show. It had, like, black kids, and they had a white father, and I never understood that as a kid. And then I realized they were adopted.
Yep.
And one always said, what you talking about, Willis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
the one.
digress.
That's the one.
But it is without a doubt the worst kind of person who says they aren't looking for a relationship, allows the other person to walk away feeling like they experienced an honest and amicable parting of ways with a decent human whom they think of fondly, and then announces their new relationship on Facebook 3 days later. That is the absolute worst. When they say I'm not looking for a relationship, and then they don't mean it, they just want to get out so they can be with somebody else. That is the worst.
Yep.
No comments? Okay. Kara?
That's the worst.
Oh my gosh. I'm reading inappropriate jokes.
Stop reading inappropriate jokes.
No,
Wait, save those.
These are going to be...
I've only
for a
got
little
2
bit.
more.
I know. I'm setting them up. I'm trying to
Okay.
find some good ones, and I just couldn't hold that one in. That was a good one.
Number 2. I don't want to hurt you.
Bullshit. Yeah,
This
you
one
do.
is baffling because there exists a vast middle ground between being in a relationship and hurting someone, and not being in a relationship and not hurting someone. Part of it is being in a relationship and not hurting someone. So it's strange that the person using this line thinks the person being dumped doesn't understand this. No one who hears this feels grateful for their feelings being spared. They might feel grateful for avoiding dating a total turd.
A total turd.
A total turd.
It's Alliteration Wednesday.
Not even a turd. It's Thursday, you...
No, it's Wednesday.
It is
Don't be
Wednesday.
an asshole here. I know what
I
day it
stopped
is.
myself before I insulted you, okay?
I mean, for them it'll be Thursday, but fuck.
Number 1. You ready for it? Give me
Hang
a
on.
drum roll. Do we have a
Hang
drum
on,
roll?
hang on. I'm eating a chip.
That's the worst. Use the chip canister as a drum.
Give me a second.
Stop. It's my water.
Well, then don't leave it on my desk. All right,
It's my
hang on.
water.
Hang on, I'm going to use Spider-Man pencils.
We're going
Are
to
you
use
ready?
Spider-Man pencils.
Which one was on there?
I don't know.
All right, ready?
Neither of those sound good. Alright, that was the worst drum roll. No, don't hit me.
Go!
I feel like we're moving too fast.
Okay. Then stop the car.
If a person...
We're going 90.
Oh
on
man,
Main
we're going
Street.
92 and a 35. We're going too
We better
fast.
stop the car.
Hey, look, there's a GIF that goes with this one. I feel like we're moving too fast. If a person says this and then suggests slowing down a little bit, maybe texting each other less during the week or whatever, they're probably reacting accordingly to things getting serious more quickly than they'd like. Fine, understandable. If a person says this and then suggests no longer seeing each other at all, or taking a break, they've realized that they are no longer interested in this budding relationship, but would rather end on infuriatingly open-ended terms than risk confrontation.
Yep.
I am ashamed to admit I've used every single one on there.
I have not.
That's good.
Usually I got broken up with, so I've heard all of those.
Oh.
Not by you.
Oh, that's good. Of course, I never used
Not
one of
this
those on
time.
you. I was very honest with you when I stated that I wasn't a homosexual.
Okay, guys. That'll segue perfectly fine into our joke section.
I don't think it segues at all, but I haven't seen the joke, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, the joke is that you actually are homosexual.
That's not a joke.
This
eh?
is truth.
It's not a truth either. Stop it.
Anyway,
Quit putting gay things
all
in
right,
my
give
mouth.
me a drum roll.
I can't give you a drum roll.
Give me something.
You want the D?
No. This is what I meant about homo joke.
You're the worst.
Anyway. Joke time! A blonde is on vacation and runs out of money. She wants to write an email to her mother. I'm like doing an Alex Trebek kind of Jeopardy thing. A blonde is on vacation and runs out of money. Which topic would you like to choose?
What is Cameron Diaz?
Just wait till the end, then you'll find out. Anyway, she ran out of money and she wants to talk to her mom. She goes to an internet cafe and goes up to the guy at the desk. She says, "I'm sorry, but I'm broke and I really need to contact my mother. Is there any way I could do that for free? I don't even have the funds to pay the fee here." The guy at the desk he leans in and asks her in his creepiest voice, "Do you really need to contact your mother?" Yes, she answers. "I really need to contact my mother." "And you would do anything?"
Don't ever do that again. The
"Yes,
Tom
I would
is
do
too much.
anything to contact my mother." "Really anything?" Exasperated, the blonde answers, Yes, I would do anything." "Well then, why don't you just follow me into the back room?" So she does. The guy pulls down his pants. The blonde is a bit irritated at first, but then thinks that what must be, must be. He pulls down his underpants. "Well," he says, "do it." So the blonde gets down on her knees and in front of him. She licks her lips. She bends forward and whispers, "Hello, Mom, can you hear me?"
That's funny. You think a blonde would be more familiar with that area.
Apparently not. Alright, and this story is a longer joke, so it'll be the last joke. It says, "Yesterday was hell." I found this in the best of Craigslist, oddly enough. I don't know what they were advertising. All in all, it hadn't been a good day. Bad traffic, a malfunctioning computer, incompetent coworkers, and a sore back all made me a seething cauldron of rage. But more importantly for this story, Jared, please do not bust out laughing, because I cannot hold it together when I read this story.
Okay.
Especially if someone else is laughing.
Okay.
We were crying at work trying to read this.
Okay, I promise.
God damn it, I'm just thinking about... Alright. But more importantly for this story, it had been over 48 hours since I'd last taken a dump. I tried to jumpstart the process, beginning my day with a bowl of bowel-cleansing fiber cereal, following with 6 cups of coffee at work, and adding a bean-laden lunch at Taco Bell. As I was returning home from work, my insides let me know with subtle rumbles and the emission of the occasional tiny fart that big things would be happening soon.
Sounds like a fortune cookie.
Actually, I think they made one. Alas, I had to stop at the mall to pick up an order. I completed this task, and as I was walking past the stores on my way back to the car, I noticed a large sign proclaiming, "Everything must go." This was prophetic, for my colon informed me with a sudden violent cramp and a wet, squeaky fart that everything was indeed about to go. I hurried to the mall bathroom. I surveyed the 5 stalls, which I have numbered 0 through 4 for your convenience.
Why 0 through 4?
He writes a lot of
Not
software.
1 through 5.
He says,
okay.
0, occupied. 1, clean but bathroom protocol forbids its use as it's next to the occupied. 2, poo on seat. 3, poo and toilet paper in bowl. Unidentifiable liquid splattered on seat. It's piss. 4, no toilet paper. No stall door. Unidentifiable sticky object near base of toilet. Clearly it had to be stall number 1. I trudged back, entered, dropped trow, and sat down. I'm normally a fairly shameful shitter. It's alliteration Wednesday. I wasn't happy about being
Thank
next
you
to...
that just happened to rear its ugly head for you, didn't it?
That's not the only thing about to rear its ugly head. I wasn't happy about being next to the occupied stall, but big things were afoot. I was just getting ready to bear down...
Bigfoot!
I was just getting ready to bear down when all of a sudden the sweet sounds of Beethoven came from next door, followed by a fumbling, and then the sound of a voice answering the ringing phone. As usual for a cell phone conversation, the voice was exactly 8 decibels louder than it needed to be. Out of shameful habit, my sphincter slammed shut. The inane conversation went on and on. Mr. Shitter was blathering to Mrs. Shitter about the shitty day he had. I sat there, cramping and miserable, waiting for him to finish. As the loud conversation dragged on, I became angrier and angrier, thinking that I, too, had a crappy day, but I was too polite to yak about it. My bowels let me know in no uncertain terms that if I didn't get crapping soon, my day would get even crappier. Finally, my anger reached a point that overcame shamefulness. I no longer cared. I gripped the toilet paper holder in one hand, braced my other hand against the side of the stall, and pushed with all my might. This is where it gets funny.
This is where it gets funny.
I was rewarded with a fart of colossal magnitude, if you like fart jokes. I was reading this at work with a bunch of people who love them, and so it was like seeing them made me laugh.
I'm too far away.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to bring the mic closer. Don't
I was
look at me like
rewarded.
that.
I was rewarded with a fart of colossal magnitude, a cross between the sound of someone ripping a very wet bed in half and of plywood being torn off a wall. The sound gradually transitioned to a heavily modulated low RPM tone, not unlike someone firing up a Harley. I managed to hit resonance frequency of the stall, and it shook gently. Once my ass cheeks stopped flapping in the breeze.
What? This author is also very good at his trade. I like
3
this.
things became apparent. 1, the next door conversation had ceased. 2, my colon's continued seizing indicated that there was more to come. And 3, the bathroom was now beset by a horrible eldritch stench. It was as if a gateway to hell had been opened. The foul miasma quickly made its way under the stall and began choking my poop mate. This initial herald fart had ended his conversation mid-sentence. "Oh my God," I heard him utter, following it with the suppressed sounds of choking, and then, "No, baby, that wasn't me." You could hear Next door, I could hear fumbling with the paper dispenser as he desperately tried to finish his task. Little snatches of conversation made themselves heard over my anal symphony. "Gotta go. Horrible. Throw up in my mouth. Not. Make it. Tell the kids. Love. Oh, God," followed by more sounds of suppressed gagging and retching. Alas, it is evidently difficult to hold one's phone and wipe one's ass at the same time. Just as my high-pressure abuse of the toilet was winding down, I heard a plop and splash from next door, followed by a string of swear words and gags. My poop mate had dropped his phone into the toilet. After a considerable amount of paperwork, I don't know. I got up and surveyed the damage. I felt bad for the janitor who'd be forced to deal with this, but I knew that flushing was not an option.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. All I can imagine is a dude turning around slowly in like slow motion, looking at the bowl, and then those words from that song play, because it's not too late, it's never too late, and then just horror on his face.
No toilet in the world could handle that unholy mess. Flushing would only lead to a floor flooded with filth. As I left, I glanced into the next door stall. Nothing remained in the bowl. Had he flushed his phone, or had he plucked it out and left the bathroom with nasty, unwashed hands? The world will never know. I exited the bathroom, momentarily proud and shameless, looking around for a face glaring at me, but I saw no one. I suspect that somehow my supernatural elimination
He was a ghost!
has managed to transfer my shamefulness to my anonymous poop mate. I think it'll be a long time before he can bring himself to poop in public, and I doubt he'll ever again answer his cell phone in the loo. And this, my friends, is why you should never talk on your phone in the bathroom.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So, TLDR, guy had to take a massive dump, ends up creating, like, he ends up making Big Bang 2.0 with his butt. The guy drops his phone in the toilet and either flushes it or fishes it out without washing his hands, runs outside, and probably faces a bunch of people just staring at him like, whoa, dude, really?
That
And then
guy's...
the original
They
guy...
probably saw him in their head, man, this guy's probably seen some shit. Get it? Oh, that was great.
So that was my poop story.
Well, thank you for your poop story, Marshall. I appreciate that. It wasn't really yours.
No, it was on Craigslist.
Recently, Kara made me promise to stop doing something. I guess it's been a bad habit. That's really been bothering her. Guys, I want you to tweet
Do
me.
you fart in front of your
no.
girlfriend?
I do, but only when
If
it's
you
silent.
do and she doesn't care, she's a keeper.
Yeah, but I don't think she's noticed, or she's too quiet to say anything about it.
She's probably
No.
just frightened.
No,
She's like,
here's
how
the
could
thing.
something that bad smelling come out of him?
How could something that bad smelling come out of something that good looking?
Your asshole? Well, we just learned something new, guys.
Anyway, yeah, I prettied it up, didn't you know? I prettied it up for you,
Some
remember?
lipstick on it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because I knew you'd be kissing it
All
later.
right. Anyway.
Crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she made me promise to stop tweeting from the toilet and taking
Oh, thank
selfies.
God.
Taking
Oh my-
toilet
I
selfies.
take toilet selfies and I tweet them
No.
whenever. And
No.
since I've been drinking a lot of coffee for my classes recently, I've had to go like 2 or 3 times a day. It's been pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to go anywhere between 4 and 6 a day.
No,
Yeah, you are.
no.
Yeah.
Pooping?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
no.
I learned it from Rhett and Link.
Stop. Okay, you cannot believe everything you hear from Rhett and Link. Although they are
I'm
really,
gonna look this up.
they're snazzy
How
guys.
many times a day should
Are
I
you doing
shit?
this? Oh, you couldn't have said. There's an article.
How many times should
Maybe
you
we could
poop
call
a
up my
day?
sister and ask.
Let's not call
She
up your
would tell
sister and ask.
you.
She'll just
Dr.
tell us
Oz.
something about placentas.
That's not the
No,
right
she
thing.
wouldn't.
How many times a day do you poop? About 2.
By the way, guys, stay away from Kara's sister. She's scary. She freezes placentas
oh my God.
and then uses
She
them for things.
encapsulates
She
them.
encapsulates them.
It helps with postpartum depression.
Well,
I wanted to get her a cookbook. This is a thing, by the way. Look,
Placenta's cookbook.
yeah, there is a placentas cookbook. It is on Amazon. You
For
can buy it.
$19.99.
No, I think it's like 25.
Oh, what the fuck? That's not worth it.
That's not worth it at all, right? I know. But there is a placenta cookbook with placenta
$19.99,
recipes,
or it ain't worth my time.
which is absolutely like astounding to me.
What
But
are you gonna cook a placenta
here it is.
for?
Here it is. Look. 25 placenta
There
recipes.
is no fucking way.
Written by Robin Cook.
No
I don't know who Robin
fucking
Cook
way.
is. Worst idea for a book ever. I hope it's a parody book.
Like, really cooking placentas. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, real
No.
placentas, dude.
That's not true.
No, it's true.
People don't eat placentas.
No, they do.
No.
No, they do.
I don't.
No, it's a thing.
You just say it over and over. No, they do. No.
Look, that's placenta
No.
in that dish right there,
That
in that
looks
stew.
like placenta.
Does it? It does. And it says underneath 25 placenta recipes. It says easy and delicious recipes for cooking with placenta. Written by Robin Cook. There's a picture of a dish.
Robin.
It looks like a stew. and it's for cooking placentas. So you know what? Don't even. Hey, what does that say?
Disney and Pixar are hiding this one big secret from us, and I bet you never noticed. The first time we saw it was in Toy Story, on the license plate of the Pizza Planet truck, A113. It popped up again in A Bug's Life.
What the?
A113.
What is
in Finding Nemo,
A113?
A113.
What is it?
In Mr. Incredible's court or his cell is A113, I guess. Showed up twice in Cars, once on a train, and again on Mater's license plate.
What is this number?
It was on a tag on one of the rats in Ratatouille.
A113.
In
What does it mean?
Wall-E, it was in Up. If you were too busy crying, you might have missed it. But don't worry, you could spot it on a plane, on a screen, and again on Mater's license plate in Cars 2. Only the sharpest of eyes could see it in Roman numerals above a doorway in Brave. That's really cool.
Nice.
It was on a door in Monsters University. But Strange also showed up in non-Pixar movies such as Lilo and Shit.
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Shit.
Here it is in The Iron Giant. Let's see, it's coming right for you in The Princess and the Frog. The Brave Little Toaster. Oh, I haven't thought about the Brave Little
It's even in
Toaster.
the Avengers.
It's in the Avengers.
Twice.
Hey, there was
It's
Stanley.
in American Dad. Simpsons.
Simpsons. What is
So what exactly is
A113?
it? A conspiracy? A secret alliance? A message to aliens? Nah, it's just a room number at the California Institute of Arts where many animators, including plenty who work for Disney and Pixar, got their start.
Oh, well, that's kind
Putting
of
A113 in their animation is kind of like a fist bump to their classmates and to anyone who has ever and will ever learn about animation in that magical classroom. That's not the only thing. The studio has a history of sneaking in inside jokes most people aren't able or meant to see. For example, did you ever notice that Wall-E's statue of Eve has the famous Pixar lamp as a right arm? The lamp was also a subtle constellation in Toy Story 2 when Buzz Lightyear flies back down to Earth. So it's basically a bunch of random shit.
There's just a bunch of stuff that none of us are supposed to understand anyway.
It's just like a bunch of hints at future movies and stuff.
Well,
like
yeah.
that too,
Okay.
which we
Well,
all
still,
knew.
that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool.
I did notice that in Toy Story, the name of that gas station they stopped at was Dynaco, and then in Cars, that was the name of the, the company, the whatever that was sponsoring their race was Dynaco. So, that is kind of cool.
So, anyways, guys, this has been Season 2, Episode 1 of the Shenanglers Podcast.
Yeah, that's what you said for the last episode.
Shut the fuck
that
up. The
didn't
last
get
one
to
we
air.
back it up and dump it, got backed up and dumped.
Yeah, it did. We shot
shit
it down.
that down.
Hey, that reminds me. What are we going to call this episode?
Back it up and dump it too.
No, we're not doing that. Stop it,
I'm
bad
thinking
boy.
we can call this episode... I had a good name for it like halfway through and then I just forgot.
Should have written it down or texted me.
It was
Sitting right
something
next to you,
to
could've
do
told me.
with... I don't remember.
We'll think of it later.
Anyway, guys, I've been Marshall.
And I have been Jared.
On occasion.
Every once in a while, when I'm not, somebody else, because of schizophrenia. It's a real thing, guys. Look it up. And then this is our guest, Kara. Say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
It was great having you. And we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we'll do this really soon.
Hopefully it won't be next year again.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Sorry.
Bye, guys!
Bye.